Today we are going to be installing a performance aftermarket silicone intake on the Smart Car. These cars have a 15-pound or so big plastic unit from the factory to pretty much cool the air, and it's the way they designed it, not sure why. So we got down here on the ground, we're going to be installing this unit right here to kind of take through the process of putting it in. Should take about 15 to 20 minutes. I'm going to show you guys how to get it out and everything. I've had the intake off a few times when I did motor mounts in the car and didn't put all the bolts back in because some of the bolts were seized and rusted together. So I just said, you know, I don't need them. It's my car. I really don't care, to be honest with you. It's a little bit less weight. I have a bunch of tools and parts in this car. It actually doesn't even have a spare tire from the factory, and I carry around the full-size spare with me just in case I get a flat. So just wanted to show you the process. First step is obviously opening the back ends. I have to use the key to do that because the latch mechanism is bad on the car, but you know, it's a little push of the key. It's pretty easy. They're on back order anyway, so that's why I don't have one yet. So just put these two little tabs here and drop it down, and then we'll lift up this engine cover here, which lifts up. Has a nice little plastic retainer that hooks into the side of the body plastic here, so that it keeps stuff out of your way, like so. And then a little turn tab here, flip that, and remove the entire engine cover. Now as we get closer to the car, you can see there's that new intake. There's multiple different colors available. I actually purchased this on eBay for about, I think it was $35 with shipping sent to me. It gets rid of this big giant plastic unit here. As you can see, hooks into the airbox there and then over to the throttle body, and then one of the vent tubes actually for the PCV system. I did put a cold air intake on it, but since I live in the country and on dirt roads, I didn't want sucking all that dirt from underneath the car. So I actually had ran the intake from the side over here. You can see it kind of goes up into the body and actually breathes through this little tiny vent right here. I take this kit right here, got this from work, flip that down, and this kit right here is pretty much everything you're going to need in it. It's a 51-piece performance tool kit. I like performance tools because they have a lifetime warranty on them, and the distributor is actually really close to my main work here, so works out pretty good. There's the part number for you. Looks like it's a W38905. Highly recommended. I use it quite often on this car. So we'll open this puppy up. It's all 3/8 drive, you know, ratchet and extensions and sockets here. And it's really nice because it fits in the Smart Car quite nicely and doesn't take up a lot of room. All right, now to remove these bolts here, or these clamps here, and down here, you're going to need a 7mm socket. You don't need an extension, but extensions always make life easier at times. There is a clamp down here at the bottom that is hard to see that you also need to remove. I might have to go grab a screwdriver for that, for a flathead, but we're going to try to use the 7mm here and get this stuff taken out. So we're going to set this off to the side for right now. We are going to reuse the hose clamps as well when we install that new intake. Alright, that one's being a little bugger, so we're going to take it off the valve cover here instead, and just take this whole tube off with it, and I will reattach it with the new intake. And this one is also a different size for some reason, so let's see what we need. It is a 1/4 inch. These look like they have been replaced before, so that would be why they're a different size compared to the factory 7mm. So we'll pop this off and keep this hose clamp off to the side for right now. Oh look, and now I can get this one off.
As you can see here, quite a difference in size. I thought this was about 5 to 10 or 15 pounds or so, but it's only about 5 pounds, so not as big of a savings of weight as I thought, but still a good amount. And it's big and heavy. You know, it's a tiny little car, so it's kind of always nice to save a little bit of weight. And just in case you're wondering, the driver's side motor mount is right there, actually underneath that giant intake, so you do have to remove that in order to change it, along with actually the air box as well, since there are 2 bolts underneath there. I got some of the Smart Madness performance coils in here. There's not a lot of room to get you down in there so you can see them any better, but put these on before the rally and actually improved my fuel mileage by about 2 miles per gallon, so I cannot complain about that. Alright, got the clamps all switched over to the new intake tube here. So we're going to get this put in the car. Pretty simple installation, slides right over top of the air box and slides right over top of the throttle body down here. I do have to check into it, but if you guys know, let me know in the comments. I do have another one of these cars. This is an 09 Passion, but I have a 2011 Pure that I'm going to be rebuilding with a replacement motor. And the engine that I have came out of a 2013 Passion without cruise control, but my 2011 Pure has cruise control. I know that the Ford Transit van, if it has cruise control and if it doesn't, have different throttle bodies. So let me know if you can, if you know if the throttle bodies are the same or if they're different. We'll have to switch that over when I swap the engine out. Now we're going to take the small tube here and put that hose clamp back on that we removed earlier. Make sure it is the correct direction to make it work so that you can get to it to tighten it. So we'll put it on right here. The intake, this silicone one, comes with a little nipple off to the side here to reconnect this into, because you need this for vacuum for the crankcase, or at least the top end of the motor here. Not sure the technical terms, to be honest. I'm not a mechanic. I just dabble, as you can see. And then we'll slip this back in here to the breather on the top of the valve cover and tighten them down. Noted. All right, now here we go. We got the intake tube on there. As you can see, opened up a lot of engine compartment space. I did notice this end here is a little loose, so I'm gonna probably have to run down to the auto parts store, the hardware store, or at least look in the stuff that I have to see if I have another one of these clamps or the hose clamps like this to put over here on this side, just to make sure everything does not come loose or anything. There's those Smart Madness coils. See if you can wipe it off so you can see it. Yeah, Madness Auto Works. Like I said, definitely worth the investment. The factory coils for this car are about $80 each, and this whole set right here was $219, and they have a lifetime warranty on them in case they ever go bad. So definitely worth the investment. All right, so we got everything back in the car, and appreciate you guys watching along. Sorry about the rambling at certain points in the video. Just trying to keep myself busy. The ADD's kicking in again. So got the spare tire in here, impacting everything's underneath there, and we got our bag of tools and spare parts. It's kind of nice just to have extra things with you, just in case you go on a trip. So close the gate up and hatches down. So if you guys want to follow us on Instagram, or obviously on YouTube if you're watching it, there's our YouTube. Did the Rust Belt Ramble Lemons Rally in it. Third video is getting dropped here on Friday, or second video is on Friday, and third video will be the following Friday. Thank you for watching. Does the horn work? Oh, totally worth it.